It opens and closes. It don't stop because it's 20. It don't stop. Bitcoin don't stop. There is no
Right.
stopping it. It
Right.
ain't like but the candlestick opens and closes at 7 o'clock. So it closes at 6:59, 99, and then it opens at 7 o'clock p.m. Well, Chicago time, anyways. Chicago time, but that's actually 12 a.m. UTC.
UTC.
Like
Yeah.
right now, it's 12:57. If I was to check, it's 12:57 UTC time right now. 12:57 a.m.
We're in the
or
same time
12:58.
zone.
Yeah, 12:57 a.m. right now. So it's really, in actuality, it's Monday right now. Little do they tell the
Right.
world that it's this day and that day and that day. No, today is Monday right now. You know what I mean? So remember that shit next
Right.
time somebody tries to argue with you about anything. Like, motherfucker, the time and the days ain't even real. Like, like for real, this shit's crazy. Like, it's
Yeah, I know.
man, that's crazy. That's crazy. 'Cause it fucks your head up because it makes you look at everything different now. So, okay, if it's really Monday right now, then how the fuck are they telling us it's this day? Like, I don't know, shit be crazy. But yeah.
Well, just think about it. Every New Year's Eve, the other side of the world, they already in the New Year.
Right. So you got to think about it. Are we talking to people from the future, and are people from the future talking to people in the past, and are people from the past talking to people in the present? Like, if you really want to look at it, that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're doing. If you're talking to somebody and it's Monday here, but it's Tuesday over there, you're talking to a motherfucker in the future. If you want to believe time, and they're talking to somebody in the past, so they can tell you what happened. They can tell you what happened yesterday. They can tell you what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Right.
Hey, trippy shit, man. Trippy shit, man. Or you can tell them what happened yesterday. Trippy shit. But anyways, so with the weekly, now keep that in mind because that's important. Because if you see anything where they're doing airdrops, any type of giveaway, any type of event, and they give you a time, it's always gonna be in UTC time. Huh?
Right.
Probably about an hour. Okay. I ain't know. Damn, what was I saying? Oh, that's what I was saying. Man, it just threw me off.
Weekly.
Oh, right. Okay.
Weekly.
Man, it just threw me all the way off. On the weekly, man, it just threw me all the way off. Let me just start over. All right, so we got a weekly start on the charts. Bitcoin weekly looking nice. Ethereum weekly not looking so nice. If anybody did enter around that 204 area, I would honestly be taking a position and taking profit right now, and then awaiting and sitting back and seeing what's exactly going to happen with the position. Just to be honest with you, that's what I would do. Let me see. Remove all indicators. Hey, tell us y'all can get the projector. Tell us you can use the projector.
The fire stick?
Yeah. What you mean? Man, there's somewhere to put it. All you gotta do is set it on something. We've done it a million times. Let me see. You just gotta move them couches where them plants is and show them. Oh, well, no, that wall right there got the big brown thing. I'm not. Yeah, turn them around. Yeah, Ethereum though. Ethereum with that closing, the way that it. Okay, we got a higher closing than we did last week. Well, now we're in the next week. So the week before that, we do have a higher opening than the last open, or a higher closing than the last open, or the baseline, the base candle. But with this new, let me see. Let me open this up real quick because on the weekly, I think we did. Let me see. Did we close it above? Not did we? We closed at 216 and we opened at 216.21. We closed at 216.06. So we barely opened above the weekly candlestick by 21 and 6. What's that? 14 cents. 14 cents. So what that means is that if the bulls can come and push this price action back up above where we opened at, you'll actually have a weekly opening coming in and you'll be creating a higher low, another higher low. So higher low, and even though it'll be slight, it'll be a higher low. And that'll be a positive outlook for Ethereum. That'll be a positive outlook. Right now, it ain't looking positive though. So If you're in any positions, just to be careful, especially with Monday coming in the next what? I mean, we know it's Monday, but with it
Yeah, I got
short,
you.
you know what I'm saying? You may want to exit positions. I would exit positions. No. You could have took this TV upstairs. I ain't using it.
Carry that up.
Here, hey, close that all the way. So yeah, I would leave positions on Ethereum and wait for some type of confirmation to see what we're gonna do. Always remember this trend line we have right here too. We can come back down and tap this. What would that be? 207 then? That'd be about 207. Came down here. That'd be about 207. If we do pull back, let me see some. Yeah, 207, 206.06. Now on the daily, real strong closing yesterday on the daily. Very strong closing yesterday on the daily. What was our low? The low was 205.63. One flawless fucking call. Which would have brought back any amount of, let's see, entry at 205. What's that? 4% gains right now. So with a 10x leverage, if you got in at 205 even, right now, even without everything you may have missed out, with a 10x leverage, you're up 40%. 25x leverage, you are up 100%. You get 100% return on your money right now if you enter that at the 205 area with 25x leverage, 40% if you enter that 10x leverage. So take a profit right now. I mean, even if you did the 25, you could take off the table what you put in there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Take that off the table, and then you ain't got nothing left but your the house's money. This shit. Let that shit sit there. Exit. You can even come back in, wait for a confirmation, and only play with the extra funds that you were able to accumulate off of that. But that's one reason I want everyone to get more familiar with entering and exiting positions, because calls like that, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Millionaires, hedge funds, man, they love people like that. For a motherfucker to tell them, like, look, in a week, not even in a week, man, in a couple of days, this motherfucker, that's like insider trading damn near. Like, look, this is gonna come down to 204. You may want to go grab up a couple million shares at, you know what I mean? Man.
Yep.
Man. I keep and people that's not in the space don't know like how valuable that is for an individual to give somebody like that's that man. I don't know. That's once you understand this space, y'all see how fucking valuable just a signal really is. You know what I mean? Especially if you're playing with any type of money, because that could have netted anyone. I mean, a $10,000 order, you'd be up $20,000. You'd be up $10,000 right now within a matter of 24 hours.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Serious.
I mean, let's look at a $100,000 person. They made $200,000 in a 24-hour period. No, they made $100,000. Well, they made another $100,000, 24 hours, real easy, just from playing a call. Like, oh, he gave me a call. Let me ship him down. Let me give him his $20,000 surplus now, so he can keep giving me these fucking amazing calls. You know what I'm saying? That's how shit work in the real stock world,
sure.
man. Like this crypto, it made a whole new space for people, because with it not being regulated and it not being in the traditional market, like, man, JP Morgan and them can't really come out and tell you to go, Nike's gonna drop down to this on it. Man, them people that go to jail for shit like that. Which I'm gonna be real careful with this shit in this space too, because you never know. You know what I mean? But honestly, they can't do shit like that in the traditional market. They can't.
No, they can't.
You know what I'm saying? That's insider trading. How the fuck did you know it was gonna? That's what they're gonna say. How did you know? Like, what type of Houdini trick was that? You know what I mean? But that's what they bots and they algos and they think tanks do for them. They let them know, hey, look, go buy this at this, and then they control it. So they get with their buddies and like, look, we're gonna dump this down to this, buy this up. Now the good thing to pay attention to is we're still making that ascending triangle though. That's the good thing on the daily. Maybe not on the weekly, but on the daily, you still making this ascending triangle down here. So even with this, let me see, with that wick, let me see. Let's adjust this now. We can adjust it like so. That'd be cool. So now that gives us another point. What is this? 200. Now I'm gonna tell you something. If we were gonna dump, Because this right here, the low was 238. This is 200. This is like 201, 299. This is on the daily chart. I don't know what it is about these crosshairs I be finding, but the price action likes it. That's how I found that 204. I was looking at the crosshairs and I'm like, man, I bet this motherfucker come down and hit it. So let's see now. Adjust this. Move this right here. So in fact, even with Ethereum still being in this big downtrend too, though, which it may have just actually, it did. Hold on, let me see. We might be able to extend this, but it did sort of just break this down sloping trend a little bit. With that new daily right there. But even without this, get rid of this. Yesterday's engulfing. Remember, this is an engulfing candlestick as well as a what? Who can tell me what this is? We got a flat bottom. We got an opening. We got a closing. We got an open.
Bottom.
My man, what you say, brother Michael?
Double tweezer bottom.
Right, brother Amon. He said this is a double tweezer bottom. So let's look it up real quick.
All right. I'm gonna look it up too.
Double tweezer bottom. This is just for the records. Let's see. Double tweezer tops and bottoms. What is this? This is a commodity. Nah, I like Investopedia more. So we're gonna take a look at Investopedia real quick. Let me see the large green. Let me see shift change. Here we go. Double tweeter choose the bottom and top pattern in this book. Blah blah blah. Where is the actual definition of these candlesticks? Double tweeze the top, double tweeze the bottom. Importance of the pattern. For the top pattern. Alright, for a bottoming pattern, a bullish engulfing pattern and a piercing pattern are important to watch. While these candlesticks may not always appear as tweezers, similar highs and lows, when they do, it adds more importance to the pattern. Meaning you may see what looks like a double tweezer bottom or top, but the highs and lows may not be the same. Meaning if we were to look at this and look at Ethereum, let's just say this high was a tad bit, or this opening was a tad bit higher. It still give it the same credits. It's just more solid when they open and close and make that flat bottom. So now also I see if I make this bottom right here. Let me turn this damn magnet off. That just messed up what I was looking at. If we look where we got stopped out at overall, right, 205. We swing to the left and we look back. This right here is strong support. So what's that? 205 and then 226. So now look what we're making here. We're making the trading range. Boop, 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 boop. No matter how long it takes, we're guaranteed to hit what? 225 and 205. So, I mean, just on swing trading, this is 1, 2, 3, 3 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, one day, 1, 2, 3, 4 days, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So you're looking at roughly 3 weeks worth of price action where you were able to gain anywhere between, what is this? That's about 10% profit. So on a 10x leverage, that's 100% profit. On a 25x leverage, that's what? 250% profit. Just, and remember, it's not playing it in and out, in and out. Oh, if I get in at 205 and it goes up to 214 and then starts retracing, I get out. So same thing. For those that did enter at the 204 down here, if you want to just raise your stop limit, we'll say to 210. Let me see how they're open. Yeah, even at 210. And try to ride this back up to 226. Depending if it's going to continue in this same back and forth motion like ping pong right here, that'd be something to look at. Now, when I was looking at the weekly, I didn't see that. That's why it's important to always draw out the charts. Because on the weekly, I'm not really seeing that as prominent as it is on the daily. You know what I mean? On a weekly, it's looking like, okay, we could retrace here. So I would exit my position in case of more downside. But in fact, if you did take any type of profit off of that, you could still exit a position. And I wouldn't play a breakout with this. I really wouldn't play a long position on Ethereum until we can break, man, still this 225 up here. 235 really, but 225. And get some type of open and close up here. Get some type of open and close up here. You know what I mean? Same thing to the downside. I'm not going to be overly bearish on Ethereum until we get some type of open and close. Not even 205. What is it? We can't. 211. On a weekly, you're not really got no opening closes past the 211 mark. So that's strong. That means that you got strong weekly support at $211. Now, let's see. Let me look at Ethereum real quick. I'm going to come back and I'm going to look at them too. Yeah, Ethereum just failed. I mean, Litecoin. Yeah, Litecoin didn't even, when we broke out of this risky zone and we came back, it turned into super hard resistance. Tried it once, broke down to our 50, came back up, tried it again, wasn't able to break it. Broke back down, this time lower than previously sought. All the way down to the 786 at $82.22. So trying to work its way back up. I mean, even at $95, you really want Litecoin, even though people are like, oh, well, you missed out from 88 to $100. I mean, I wouldn't be overly bullish on this until we cracked. So let me get rid of these too, because I do see something else forming on this too. Until we crack like $105. Now, no, that's not an ascending triangle. It's a wedge pattern. I was looking for an ascendant, but it's not. This is a wedge, which could get wedged in, which could bring more downside. Well, I can do this. I don't want to mess this up. Let me see. Look at something else. LTC USD. What is this Coinbase? We can look at Kraken. There we go. Perfect. What's that? The 50% on the macro? I bet it is to my left. Yep, 50%. Come down. 8407. Bounce off of that. Come back up. Now you've bounced off this 50% a couple of times, in fact. So that's letting you know, number one, this right here, I don't know, well, we kind of super broke it there, but let me, nonetheless, came down test, reject test. Now what you'll be looking at here as a failed attempt to rally back up is being rejected this time by the 236, which is at $92. You know what I'm saying? Being rejected right here and then having to get retraced back down. This is what will make you want to stay out of Litecoin versus saying, hey, Litecoin is low, let me buy some. Nah, wait for some type of confirmation for it to go back up to the upside and start breaking these resistance levels. Remember, it doesn't matter how cheap the coin is. It matters is how it stands up to it being knocked down. What are the results of it taking a nosedive? You understand what I mean? Don't get so caught up with, oh, it's cheap right now, because it can always go cheaper. Meaning, if you buy in thinking it's cheap and it's not cheap enough and it goes cheaper, that means you're taking a loss. So keep that in mind when you want to buy low coins. That's why I stress the importance of being able to read charts. Because the average person just looked at the price. Oh, I mean, looking at Ethereum being $150 and then seeing it at $88, the average person would be like, well, shit, that's a pretty good deal. And then you come over here and you look at the chart and it's like, let's see. Till we break out of this trend. Let me see. Let me get rid of some of this. Back all this. This is how you want to look at it. I'll start this with Litecoin. Just on a daily. On a swing high, swing low. Almost flawless. 108. 108. I mean, you're teeter-tottering on the 236 right now. The 382 would be good, but you can test that and get rejected back down. Now, can you play from the 236 to the 382? Yeah, you definitely can. You definitely can. In fact, it's looking like we could try to retest. Maybe not the whole 382. I'm thinking we get stopped out at about $96. Now, remember, we're going into Monday. So, I mean, in the middle of the night, Asia's getting up right now. And I think they're starting to dump on us because now everything's in the red. In fact, they probably are. So, yeah, Asia's up right now, probably selling to the rest of the world as they get prepared to go into a slumber. So if I was in, I would actually exit positions for the night. or set stop limits, trailing stop limits. Um, I really don't like to go into Mondays with open cryptocurrency orders unless we're getting a bullish sign from one day. And right now, the way my watch list looks, nothing looks nice. Nothing looks like you should be seeing some upside. In fact, everything's actually being bled out since the 24-hour opening. Everything Ethereum back down to 213.80 now. Everything's actually getting bled out right now. I should go short Ethereum. I am actually going to place a small short. Fuck, I can't do it. When I get off of here, I'm gonna try to catch Ethereum where it's at right now, 213. I might put one at 214 in case it retraces back up, and just try for a small short, just something small, nothing serious. So, I'm just to play with it. One Ethereum, which is gonna cost me $20. You know what I'm saying? Try to now if it continues to retrace from 213, let me see. Let's get rid of this. There we go. 231. That's what it is right there. If it don't break, and we've been saying this for the longest now, 217. In fact, let me find a parallel channel real quick. $223. So if we dump right here, 216. So if I was gonna short Ethereum, probably have me a stop limit above 216.50 or a trailing stop of about 75 cents and try to bring this on down to the downside. Now, once we hit, what is this? 211. Once we hit 211, I'll probably up my leverage position from 10 to 25 and add on another Ethereum, meaning I'm going to put up another, it won't even be 20 bucks because I've upped my leverage to 25, which is going to knock that down to $8. And if I open up another one, that'd be me putting up another $8 for another position, which would be about $16 to $20 total. But now I have a total of 2 Ethereum in the position. Y'all understand that?
Yeah.
Brother Michael, Brother War, what you looking for,
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, I got it.
You can move that picture. It might be behind my mother's picture. All right, so let's see. Let's slide back. Let's look at Bitcoin real quick. Man, this is one of the best charts I made right here. I'm probably not going to get rid of this chart at all. I mean, when we get out of this zone, because we're not going to be between 10,000 and 12,000 forever. Well, we're going to exceed this, but for right now, it's been one of the best charts ever I made. Let me see. We came back down. So yeah, even on the daily right here, we're looking for some drawdown. Let's see. Let's see what our oscillators are telling us. You give me a jug of water, baby? Grab one of them jugs. Let's see. MACD, you're starting to lose positive momentum. Bars are also getting lighter. MACD line is starting to cross back over to the downside. Your Stokes already crossed. Your Stokes already had in fact, what was this, probably a couple days ago? Let's see. They actually gave us the indication. What is this? This is a daily? Hold on, let's see. That was about right here, the 9th. What is it, the 11th now?
Where's my top at? Where's my top for my herbal tea kettle?
I don't know. It was on a microwave. Look behind the microwave. Thank you. Let me see. What are we looking for here? this up a little bit. There we go. 11,464 right here. This 50% line. Right now we're at 11,484, up 20, well 85 now, up about 20 bucks. That's our support. Break that 11,000. What do we got to the left? Anything? I don't see anything to the left. Let me do this real quick. What do we got here? Now, does anybody see where you're getting squeezed in at? Man, I love this shit. On a swing low, swing high on the daily. Do y'all see what squeezed us in between that 50% line? See that red line? Let me leave this here.
Yeah, to the right.
Right, yep.
Right there.
I'm talking about perfectly. Perfect resistance. It wedged it in perfectly. And that's 11,569. That's the price to beat to the upside. So you can set an alarm at 11,569 and then another one for 11,674. To the downside, that's a nice one. And the 382 actually lining up damn near with the 786. So if you're not able to hold this 11,464, we can come back, retrace 11,300, we'll say. Shit, so 11,100. May come back down here and bounce. But on a daily chart right now, this is your support, this is your resistance, as small as it is. Now let's open this up, in fact. Let's look at this on a 4 hour. There we go. Give us a way better look. And that's not a lot of wiggle room right there, fellas. That is not a lot of wiggle room. But we're gonna see how we react with it. Already we've seen the Bears have pulled us down to 11,436. And that's from an opening of 11,540. Now 4 hour chart showing you something different. We actually got a bullish crossover on the Stokes. Let's see. Oh, look at this. 4 hour MACD going from negative into positive. Let's see. 2 hour. Nice. 1 hour. Nice. Hold on. Let's look at the Stokes. Same thing. Because now the smaller time frames are giving us a different outlook. Real fucking nice on the 2 hour. 1 hour. 45 minutes. 30 minutes. On those mid time frames, man, that 4 hour on the 5 minute chart, we're looking to the upside. But that 4 hour and that 2 hour, still looking like we can get some push up. So, man, watch this 11,569 right here. If we do crack that, 11,688. Let me write this down. Hold on. Give me 1 second, fellas. Let me write this down. Write this down. All right. So today is the 11th. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna start going by UTC time myself, in fact. So today is the 12th, 8, 12, 19, and it is 1:26 a.m. Bitcoin support 11,464. That's the 50% retracement. 11,464. And then your resistance is 11,569. And that is your 236. Now, we break 11,569, 11,688. This on the 4 hour. Let me see. $6.48 maybe. Yeah. Because look at this right here. Hold on. Oh, don't tell me the buttons ain't working. There we go. So I'm looking at 11,400. Okay, thank you. 648 for the simple fact this body closing up here was decent, but as I look at the wick closing here, we got more confirmations of closings. It's more support. Let me see. Let me play with it. I like 464, 4648, 648 and 688. Ain't nothing but a $20 difference. So 648 and 688 as far as your upper resistance bands. If you crack them now, pay attention. You break this right here and turn this into support, you get a pretty clear shot to 11,900. Easy, in my opinion. If you can break this 11,648 with any type of significance and get a candlestick closing above this or opening, you get a clear shot to 11,900 before we retrace back down. If we retrace back down. So keep that in mind. Lower support, 11,094. Let's see. But more clearly right here at 11,342. Let's see. About right here. Really. 360, what's that, 362? 11,362. No fib. No fib. Wait, all these are no fib. 648, 362. And 11,094, but that's already expected. All right. Bitcoin back up 11,510. Moving right along to Ethereum. $213.97. We do have an upsloping trend, as we can see. You know what though? Let me see if I can get this correct. That's why I actually want to pull something else here. See if I can get it. Let me see if I can get this on point. Pull this pitchfork around. Touch point. This is what we need up here, though. Slide this. Hold on. I think that's it. Let me see. Let me shade this in a little bit. That might be it right there. Touch point. Yep. There we go. So where is... Hold on, let me get my heartline made. Let me see. would that be? That'd be the. Right, 50. Why ain't it giving me my heart line like it usually do? Let's see. Ah, the median. Duh. Dummy. There we go. In fact, let's make that white. There we go. Now, really, we can get rid of this channel for now. I like the pitchfork better. So this heart line right here, 221. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. So this is your 25%, 50, 75, 100%. This is a pitchfork. On the way back down, 25, 50, 75, 100%. Just broke down into 4 quarters. This is the median, what we call the heart line. This is your middle barrier between your high and your low. Now, as long as we stay within this range, no matter how high or how low we swing, we'll be working our way to the upside. What we're looking for is a breakout of this entire trend right here. But you can use it as a basis, because as you'll see, what happened with the pitchfork is them supporting them trend lines. Let me open it up a little bit. A little too open. There we go. In fact, you can see how it reacts with the 25% to the downside. How it comes up to test the 25% or the 75% to the upside. How the median line also gets respected. So just another tool that I like to use that gives me a basis where we might get rejected, we might get supported. So this base green line right here is going to be my support. It's going to be my rejection. I break this is going to be my support. This is going to be my rejection. I break this is going to be my support. This is my rejection. And that's, I mean, it's as simple as that, using some of these tools. It's just understanding how to use them, how to pull them. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of this stuff, I didn't research how to use it. Like this right here, I guarantee you it's a better way for you to do this, or a specific way for you to do this. I taught myself how to use this damn tool. So the way I'm using it may not be the textbook way that they told you to use it, but the way that I use it works for me and my analysis. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I got my own analysis. This isn't anybody else's strategy, none of that shit. I make it make sense to me. So with that
That's how
being
it
said,
works,
though,
man.
no, definitely how it works. Definitely how it works. I mean, 211. 211 looking like some strong support. They're looking like some strong support, especially on the, what is this? We're looking at 4-hour chart. Especially on the 4-hour chart. Looking nice. Stokes getting above oversold. Overbought, excuse me. Looking for, shit, still erect though. You're just starting to positive momentum on the MACD. On the 4-hour looks a lot better than the daily chart on a lot of these. Let's see. Litecoin too. Yeah. Litecoin looking good on the 4-hour. Though you got that bearish crossover on the Stokes on the 4-hour, so that's not good for Litecoin. So that's why Litecoin's coming down now. In fact, Litecoin's just hitting this support level right here. What is this? It's got to be the 50 on the macro. Or it's just a support line that I have posted. Let's see. Yeah, those are just support and resistance lines. I don't even a field line. That would have to be my daily? Is that the green lines of my dailies? Looking like weeklies. It is weekly support right here. So if Litecoin breaks this 87, I mean 84 to 82, 82 to 77, and continues to fall from there. I mean, we've already had on the weekly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bad weeks out of 9 weeks. You know what I mean? Now let me see. Let me play with this a little different though. Let me look at what them Hakanashi's at. Okay, this is Hakanashi. Yeah, Hakanashi showing you the same thing. It ain't. Let me see. Daily. A little bit different on the daily. A lot different on the 4 hours. I expected that it was. Though right now on the 4 hours, it's showing you that the trend is reversing on the 4 hour. That's what when you use Hakanashi, it's showing you right now the trend is reversing. Let's see, 2 hour. 1 hour. Yep. 45 minutes. But this is your support level right here. So 88.30. 88.30. See if Litecoin can hold 88.30. What you could get is a consolidation, meaning it's going to move to the side. It may, between 89 and come back down to 80. No, that ain't even that much leeway. That's his last stronghold, really. If it breaks this, what's this right here? $87. You can come down to 86. Yeah, if it breaks that right back down to 84, and you failed to break this support right here, which is resistance now. So you failed your retest, and you're getting rejected now. Now this right here is also a retest right here. So you look at everything like a mirror. We retested this and got rejected. What's happening? It's coming down to retest this support. It could also reject it and push it back to the upside, though. You know what I mean? If it doesn't reject it, remember that means that's weak ice. When you have weak ice, what happens? You break through it to the downside. So 88.44 right now on Litecoin. Let's see, Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash actually surprising me. Let's look on a daily. Let's start this over.
Oh, by the way, Amir, I'm sorry. I paid back that Ethereum that I borrowed on Compound.
Wow, man, my man.
Hey, when it hit 205, I'm like, ooh, let me pay it back. Because I sure borrowed it at a higher price than what I paid it back at. So.
Oh, I'm thinking you paid it. Nah, you should have waited. You should have waited, Brother Harold.
No, you remember I had borrowed one Ethereum. It really as a test, and that's when you told me that, hey, you don't want to borrow the Ethereum because when you have to pay it back, you have to pay back that one Ethereum.
Oh, okay, my man. I know what you're talking about now. My man, you did it right then. If you paid it back at a lower price than where you borrowed it, that's how you were supposed to do it. That means you profited.
Yes, I did.
In fact, I'm gonna run through what Brother Harold's talking about right now for Brother Michael and Brother War. On Compound, you have the option to borrow a number of different cryptocurrencies, right? But it's like I tell people, you don't want to borrow the crypto if the price is going up because and what did you pay back? Exactly the amount of crypto you borrowed, right?
Exactly.
Right. So peep the game. It seems like, oh, shit, I could borrow some Ethereum. Ethereum goes up, I'll win, but not so. Let's just say you borrow 5 Ethereum. Ethereum, we'll say $200 right now. Ethereum goes up to $400 a piece. That when you borrow 5 or 200, that's 1,000. You done flip that 1,000 to $2,000 now. You got to give them that $2,000 all up because you got to pay them back 5 Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? You only borrow the asset if you're looking to short it. Meaning, if I borrow those 5 Ethereum at we'll say $220, we'll say $200, we'll say $300, and I'm betting on the price to go down. What I do then is when I borrow that Ethereum, I instantly sell it for dollars, stabilize my funding, keep it at that 200, and then or 300. Then when it goes down to 200, I take that 200 off of that 300, pocket that $100 in my back pocket because I'm the middleman now, and I go back buy back my Ethereum cheaper, and then I give that back to the plug to let me borrow the Ethereum. That's how you short an asset, or that's how you short using Compound. Everybody get that?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. So what it is, Mike? What happened? I borrowed as a test. I borrowed, so I supplied 1,100 DAI just to collect some interest. So I said, you know what? Let me borrow one Ethereum. Well, at the time, it was $215. So I had told Amir what I did. And he was like, he said, Grasshopper, You didn't do it right.
Yeah.
He said because when you have to pay it back, you got to pay back at whatever price the Ethereum is. So had it shot up, I would have actually had lost money because I would have had to have paid back at whatever Ethereum's price. So I paid it back when it was 205. So
Right.
I saved $8.
Right, and that's
You're
exactly how you're
good.
supposed to do it. That's exact. Now, had he borrowed 4 of them, he'd what make $24. No, 32.
Right. $32.
Yeah,
Yeah.
30. He made $32. You know what I mean? Just off a short move, and that's what I mean, man. Once you able to master that, where you're able to make money on the price going up or the price going down, you really. But now it's hectic though, and you're really not able to work a job and do that. Like I couldn't imagine actually working and then trying to come and do all this shit. So I commend those of you that do work and then still find time to do this stuff. But what I'm
Well,
saying
that's
is, once you're
why I
able to
don't do
master
any.
it, man, you're not gonna
Right.
want to work because you're gonna be like, man, you're gonna look at the moves and be like, man, I could have did this, and I knew I would have played this, and I knew I would have made what I made at work today 10 times.
Yeah, you have to be at a job site where you have time to be in front of a computer.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get those alerts, you can stop and do and make that trade or make your adjustments and then get back to work.
So let me
What do
see.
you do for a living, brother Boogie? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, I'm a union electrician.
Oh, okay, I'm in the UA, so I'm I'm in the UA.
Okay, yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You
You
auto workers,
pipe
right?
plumbers and pipe fitters, steam fitters, and
Oh,
welders.
doing that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here that's local 597. All the pipe fitters. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my trade. I'm an electrician by trade, 25 years.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I respect that.
Actually, Brother Amir, tomorrow I'm going at 9 a.m. to Muhammad University to look at doing some electrical work over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna get up with you one of these mornings and get some coffee with you, man. I don't know if you be stopping to get coffee anywhere or anything like that.
You know what? We can probably look to maybe we'll be able to do something this week, probably maybe in the afternoon, because I'm gonna be working 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. starting tomorrow.
Okay, so you getting off at 7 a.m.
Yeah, I'm be getting off at 7 a.m. But I should be able to, we should be able to do something. But yeah, we did work for the nation, the company I work for, and they stopped. And so Brother Jay Muhammad, he's like their facilities guy.
Mm-hmm.
I do work for them from time to time.
Nah, that's solid. That's solid business. That's solid business.
Yeah. So I was working at the palace one day, working on some switches, and the minister walked past. I was like, "How you doing, minister?" I was like, "He's like, walaikum salam, brother." I was like,
that
"We're back to
energy,
working."
that's a positive thing, even to be around that energy, man. Definitely try to put that crypto bug in them brothers' ears.
I
Wow, you
already
know
have.
what though? I think right now, until they figure it out, crypto is haram right now. I think they're trying to figure out how to make it oh man, what's the word? I'm bogus. If it's not haram, oh man, I'm bogus. Acceptable. The word to lose me, and I'm bogus for
I
that
know
because
what
I know
you're saying.
and I can't think of the word, but yeah, that's a solid thing. That's a solid thing.
I think I heard Brother Polite speaking on that one time in terms of I can't remember.
It's halal.
Yeah.
Halal is acceptable. Haram is unacceptable. That's what it is. It's halal. So they're trying to make it where cryptocurrency, because I think it's against Sharia law, or one of the Islamic laws that I don't know. It's some funny
Okay.
stuff. But once they're able to get past that, they'll be able to utilize this. Bitcoin Cash. I don't know if anybody out there messes with Bitcoin Cash. A lot of people talk smack about it, but man, Bitcoin Cash be moving. When I say they be moving, Bitcoin Cash
It
will move.
does, man.
Man, it moves
I've never
nicely.
played it, but I hear you talk about it a lot. And then when I'm always looking at it, and it's in the queue, and I look at it, and I'm like, man, why didn't I do something? I can always say that to myself.
Now look at it right now. We're in a nice uptrend. Let me get this going. Hold on. there. Also making a descending triangle. No, ascending, excuse me. An ascending triangle. But we also have, let me see. What's this? A daily. Break this down 4 hours. Look at that. Nice. That's your trend. Let's stay within this range right here. We could be on our way back up to 387. In fact, this right here, 9 times out of 10, this is going to be a point we hit right here. If we don't continuously blast off. But if we just stay within this motion, let me see. What's our
Mike.
support right here? 317, 355. So on Bitcoin Cash, support is at 317, that's your 236. Resistance is at 355, that's your 382. You also got a little bit lower resistance at, if we look on the left, coming in at 382 at 348. So between 348 and 355. That's going to be your resistance, overhead resistance. You really got to break that 355 in order to continue rallying. Which, looking at the upsloping trend that we now have, can be possibly be done. Let's see. So we can possibly see something like this. Let's see. Come back down, test the 236. Let me see. Break up, test 348 to 350. Right. Break back down. Use this 333, 334 we're at right now as our support. Then come up, break the 350. Wait, hold on. Support. Come up, break. Toward our next, about right here. Drawing off of that resistance level to the left. Not making it all the way to the 50%. Breaking back down. Using that 355 as now support. Come up, then test the 387, come back down, use this as support where the crossroads is, then come up and test these crossroads like so. Let me see. Is that it? There we go. Open that up now. Even though them damn candlesticks look real shitty. Y'all can see the movement though, right? That we're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just staying within the guidelines, playing the support and the resistance that we have preset already. And it's just a optimistic outlook. You know what I mean? But a well drawn up and thought up one. Overall projected target for Bitcoin Cash is $418. That's your 618. You can hit 418 and then come back down and reverse. Doesn't matter. As long as we hit that 418, that's your measure move. Now let's see. Now if we really, what would that be? We'll leave it at the 618 for now. We'll leave it at the 618. That's Bitcoin Cash. EOS I haven't even been looking at. Link. Chain link real quick. I know it's Robin likes this one. Tether? Who's got the most lifeline? Oh, here we go. Yep, here we go. Not bad. Not bad. I've had this chart up here for a while. Let's see what's going on. Boom. Pull it out. Fucking flawless. Like, I mean, just had reacts with the retracement lines, man. It's damn near like magic. Because like I say, it don't have to hit none of this shit. It could be totally off, come down, stop here, break back up, hit here. But it tends to follow and almost to the T. I mean, it came down. You got a double tweezer bottom, and it decided to come down and at least tap that 786 just to show you, like, yeah, we follow law, and then continue to proceed. So, I mean, chain link, damn good entry at the 786 right there, $2.13. I think we called 213. I have to go back and look at some of the videos, but I think I did call around 213. If we were to break this, you can see some upside. I'm gonna go back and look at my video. I think I called 213 to 244. Definitely go back and look at it. But I mean, Link's got a nice way to go. And also what you're seeing. This is what I talk about when people talk about, their coins. This is redistribution. This is reinvesting. These are investors looking at the price of Link and saying, this is not a bad price to buy in because it could have just kept tanking if it wanted to. Now, is it going to hold this? Time will tell. I say 213 should be your optimal resistance, being that you did create a higher low. So you can come back down. 226, you may get another chance at an entry. To the upside, $2.53 is your resistance. Really, 244.20 is your resistance. You're at 243.41. So in my opinion, you're about to break that. Yeah, I would be looking for a run up from Chainlink right now from at least 244 to 255. At least 244 to 255, which will give us what? Also, remember you can trade Chainlink on a number of atomic swaps: Uniswap, Instadap, Kyber Network. Man, what's a new one I just found? Well, I'll leave it at those ones for now. But let's see what type of profit that is. 244, 255. Not bad. 4% gains. Give or take 4.5% gains. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. But if you're trading Link, I would be looking at, it's only $2. That could definitely still be 4% gains. It's 4% gains no matter how you look at it. Overall top that you're going to have to actually beat in order to continue rallying is going to be $2.71. I think that's what I told Mr. I think that's what we were looking for anyways. For this thing to reverse. Hold on. I see some. I think I see some. Let me see. It's real nah. Well, that is the shoulder. Let me see. See, there'd be like some Quasimodo type. Quasimodo head and shoulder. He retarded. Let me see.
So some of them, they start looking like they could be some of these different shapes until they get more definition.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this drawn out, it could still come into play. But what you would be looking at is this being your neckline. And once you break the neckline, you would be looking for a measured move, meaning you would measure. Let's see. What are we looking for? There we go. Price range. Let's see, from head to neck. Take that and place it above the break line, and you have a break to, let's see. Yep. All right. What's that? Support resistance. So $3.50. So the measure move of the head and shoulders, if this is a head and shoulders, is a breakout at 273 and then a run at 350. That'd be the measure move. 315 in between, but we're not looking at that. We're just talking about this one move. So from 273 to 350 to $3.50. That is dependent on the breakout of $2.73 price neckline on Chainlink. Let me see. What else was there to look at? Oh, let me get coin signals pulled up because I want to show you a couple of the off-brand ones that you're not going to be able to find over there. Coin signals. Oh, Tezos. Let me stop and look at Tezos real quick.
Yeah.
XTZ. Tether. Long shorts. Oh, another way you want to look at Tezos though, not just versus dollar value, because remember, you are trading it for SUSD on okay. Never mind. A couple of these, I look at the Ethereum value of it also, even though the dollar value might be inverse to Ethereum, because especially on the atomic swaps, unless you're swapping it for DAI or something, you're swapping it for Ethereum, so you should look for the longs on Ethereum. Looking at Tezos versus the dollar, let's see. Man, real nice. Real nice. A solid support at the 50% retracement line. A bullish engulfing candlestick. Broke back down. You didn't, what's this, a daily? Nice opening on the daily. Tesla's got some low volume though, just starting to come in. Let's see. daily. I'll tell you, I was hoping the 4 hours was going to show me something different because the daily showing you about to damn cross over. 2 hour looking good, 1 hour looking good, 45 minutes looking good still, 30 minutes still looking nice. Everything looks nice but the day hour on Tezos. I mean the day chart on Tezos. I said day hour shit. Tired. For the daily chart on Tezos. It's looking like it's about to cross over and go into a negative momentum. Now daily is harder than all other charts, though. When you got a lower time frame getting backed up by 3 or 4 different time frames, they can't alleviate the higher time frame. Meaning now, but look at this though. It looked like we was gonna cross over, but then man, to me this line is it straightened itself out. We may continue going back to the downside on Tezos. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, B. Hell yeah. Okay.
All right, gentlemen, I'm getting ready to bid you guys a good evening.
No doubt, brother Boogie. I'm about to get out of here myself in a minute too. Just doing this last one. I'm gonna go ahead and process this video and then send it over to the Bybit page also.
Cool.
So it'll be over there waiting for you, all right?
All right, cool. And I'm gonna shoot that over to you to that Bitcoin address.
Okay, no doubt. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll send the book over.
Okay, thank you.
All right, brother Boogie. Peace.
All right, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Take care now.
You do the same, Mike.
All right.
Peace and blessings, all.
Let's see.
Yes, sir.
Is that new book done, fam?
Nah. He bought or he donated for a copy of the well, I changed it a little bit too. The puzzle, but it comes with a insert or an excerpt of the new book. Probably about maybe 3 or 4 pages, 2 or 3 pages in the new book. So, over the weekend, I did a little special on my book, The Puzzle. Usually it's 30 notes for a donation.
Oh, yeah?
I knocked it down to 25 notes, and it also comes with a introduction of the new book. Because there's a lot of people that don't have that book yet. They've been asking, how do I get started in crypto? How do I start crypto? So I'm like, well, shit. Instead of them just buying the book willy-nilly, man, they can get a copy of the old book and a startup of the new book. Let's see. Black
cool.
Moon Coin. Motherfucker. Yes. Man, we talked about it. This is one of them ones. This one just like Hedge. This in fact, I posted this one the other day to show them that all them other alts are getting slaughtered right now. These couple of altcoins I done found, totally different ball game. I mean, look at Hedge token been running hard.
Kind of got choppy a little bit, man. You might want to just be aware of that.
Okay, don't worry about it. We're gonna end this right now anyway. So I'm gonna come back in the morning though. We're gonna see what Monday gave us. In all actuality, we'll see what Monday gave us tomorrow. Watch this video over. Look for y'all price points. Look for y'all support. Look for y'all resistance. And I mean, just play it right. We got any questions or comments in closing? I know you were a little late.
Well, yeah, I did.
That's all good, fam. Thank you very much for your time.
You good? No questions?
No, fam. No, I'm picking up game.
My man.
Oh, yeah,
man.
I had a question about CE.
What's going on?
On the compound, this is about the C Ethereum coin out of compound. How this is I'm just curious as how's that have you looked into that? Have you gotten into that? Like,
nah, it's just used
like
for compound. I mean, it's just used. It ain't got no value. It's used for compound. It's the same value as Ethereum. It's just what they use for their pool. It's the same thing within Instadat. When you send your Ethereum to Instadat, they really don't use your Ethereum. They put your Ethereum in a pool and they give you wrapped Ethereum. So it's W Ethereum. You just don't see that on the front end.
Okay, I'm just touching on that information. Q on it in the compound. It says the amount of CE you own.
Right. Look when you put your Ethereum in compound, it converts to this compound Ethereum. Same thing with the seed dye. When you put it in compound, it creates its own synthetic version of it for that platform specifically.
So we have nothing to do with that. That's not nothing that's going toward us, or
No, that's on the. I mean, it's getting used, but it's on the back end. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing though. It's just on the back end. That's when you put your funds in Compound, they're converting it to C Ethereum for their own uses. It's just all about the code, but it ain't got nothing to do with us though.
okay. I'm just wondering because when I touched, like I said, I touched that information, and it said the amount that you own. I'm like, really?
How
And
much
then
C Ether did it say you own?
and I understand it says 3,248 point 81024.
Nah, that's compounded. That's got to be Compound itself. That ain't yours. That's how much is in the pool most likely.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, it's right in the line with other stuff that I know is mine. So I'm just kind of
Oh, I mean, shit. If you got 3,000 Ether, then I mean, it's showing you got 3,000 Ether. But if you ain't got 3,000 Ethereum, then nah, that shit ain't yours. Where you get 3,000 Ethereum from?
no. This is C Ethereum.
I
The
understand that.
current balance is
I
C
understand that, but you don't
Ethereum.
have no C
Yeah.
Ethereum though. Like for them to say you got 3,000 C Ethereum, you got to have the equivalent amount of Ethereum. That's most likely the pooled asset. I mean, you can get in there and ask Compound though, but that ain't
Yeah.
yours though. It ain't nothing you can do with that shit though. That's all I'm telling you. You can't do shit with that. That's most likely the C Ethereum that's pulled into Compound for it to back all the other Ethereum in it. In fact, let me do the math. How much is